What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Daily Gamer Show. Today we're joined with Percussive. We're excited to have him on and talk about games, ask him some questions about content creation, and go from there. So, do you want to introduce yourself, Percussive, to the audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm Percussive173. I'm a Call of Duty creator, podcast host, and honestly, I'm just somebody who likes to have a good time. I always try to bring good energy with everything that I do, and everything that I do sits kind of in that weird little intersection of like gaming, music, and community. So, like most people, like I started out playing video games kind of like offline, and I got some massive inspiration from a couple people from Bad Bear Gamer and the Only Shady, and I started playing Call of Duty and started streaming Call of Duty, and it just started. I started having fun doing, and that's kind of where I came from. So on top of the Call of Duty stuff, I run a podcast called the PSP Podcast, which is the Perk Spreads Positivity Podcast, which is something that I do where I bring on creators and we talk about inspiring aspiring creators. It's all about sharing their journey, sharing what they learned, and pretty much like letting everybody know that content creation is a journey, and it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. So enjoy the journey.
Yeah, it's a great introduction. I agree with you too. Content creation is definitely a process, and it doesn't really matter where it leads you to. It's really what you become and how you evolve during that process that really makes it so special. A lot of personal development.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's huge. 95% of what we do as content creators is introspective work.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most important things I tell anybody who's wanting to start out in content is be ready to look deep into yourself, be ready to learn, and learn about yourself too.
Mm-hmm. When you started creating content, you mentioned it was on Call of Duty. What Call of Duty did you start creating content on?
Well, from streaming content, it was actually Modern Warfare 2019. From playing Call of Duty, that goes all the way back to the old school MW2 days, the old school Black Ops 1 days, when COD was kind of like in its cool little pristine prime, is what I like to think of it as.
Yeah. I mean, that was peak gaming, especially growing up as a kid during that time. That was peak gaming.
Dude, peak zombies in Black Ops 1. Let's go.
You can't beat it. The 5 map? Oof.
Nah.
Absolutely. I was a huge fan of like the little snow map that they had. I don't even remember the name of it. It's been so long. I think it actually was Dome, or like the old school like snowy dome, like back in the original Black Ops. It was fun.
Yeah. So far over your journey, you've been creating since you said Modern Warfare 2019 and playing for way earlier than that. Has there been a moment where you thought all the struggle was worth it? Has it been like an I made it moment, or just a moment where everything came together for you in content creation?
So what was really interesting about that question is there was the I made it moment was actually one of the times I was thinking of quitting content. And this is kind of a really interesting story. Back in DreamHack Dallas 2024, I believe it was, I went to Dallas and I was like, yeah, this is going to be my last hurrah in regards to like creating content. Maybe it's not, I don't have enough time in my life to like make it as a creator. I don't really have enough time to vibe as a creator and like just create content and like focus on like my day job and stuff like that. So I go to Dallas and I'm thinking, you know what, this is the end. We're just going to have fun at this convention. We're going to meet some pretty cool people in the process. And then I got invited to the Meld Creator Party. And then I got invited to the Ghost Party. And then I got invited to all these different events. And I was like, why are you guys inviting me to this? And people were like, yeah, dude, like, we loved what you do. And I've been getting compliments the whole weekend. And I would go into the convention because there was Call of Duty champs that weekend, or like the CDL champs. And then I run into Sasky. And Sasky's like, I know who you are. You're Perk. And I'm like, how the hell do you know who I am? And she's like, I love your content. I watch your content all the time. I'm like, no shot. I had no idea. So when Sasky came up to me and said that, honestly, what happened in my brain was this. It's like, you never know who's watching your content. You never know who's just watching it and it's just out there. They don't have to interact with it. But if they stumble upon your videos and you can captivate them for just like a moment, you're really making so much more of an impact than you even believe. And it was really at that point where I was like, wow, people really do view me as a creator. And the next DreamHack I applied to, I was accepted as a creator. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like that was honestly the mentality where I was like, yeah, this is something that I should be doing. This is something I'm really good at. This is something that's fun. And like I have people who just genuinely want to see Perk as Perk. And it's crazy to think about.
Yeah. We all have those stories where we felt like we finally were a part of a community and fit in with a bunch of other creators, and you really don't know who's watching your content, who's seeing your tweets on Twitter, who's stumbling across your posts on any platform. And it's really nice and refreshing to go to DreamHack and to these other events with a bunch of other creators and gamers, and to see people that you've seen on your feed in real life and for them to see you that they've seen on their feed. So it's a great time for that. It's definitely very
It's
inspirational too.
huge. It's an amazing connection that can be created through the world of content. And like you, even if you think you're not doing anything in regards to your content, keep pushing forward. It's about the journey, and the journey is going to have lots of highs. It's going to have lots of lows. There's never one way to get there.
Yeah.
The only right way to get there is your journey.
It's all about the journey. And speaking of journey, how has your content style and your journey with content creation evolved over the years since you started creating content?
Oh, it's been a cluster. I don't know if I can swear. It's been a clusterfuck. But essentially, the way it's kind of started is I started playing Warzone. I started playing a lot of Warzone. I started being a Warzone streamer and making content and getting clips and just like clip farming people, like doing 360 no scopes off Grandma's house on Rebirth Island. Like just getting collateral snipes on just like all Warzone maps, and like then I would just started watching Cpreds in depth. Zen Cpreds, who he's now one of the content leads within Zen, and he started doing storytelling content. And then I started watching Danny Drops and Timmy Toucans, and they changed the mentality of Call of Duty for me. And their content was about making people laugh. Yeah, they're freaking amazing at the game, right? But their content was about making people laugh. Their content was just about enjoying Warzone, because you have all these like big name Warzone creators at that time around like 2022 to 2024 just absolutely shitting on Warzone and saying it's like one of the worst games ever. And then you see Timmy Toucans driving through Rebirth Island in a quad and making people rage, and it's one of the funniest things ever. And seeing that there are people who actually have fun at the game, it changed my mentality immediately. It's like, I just want to show people that no matter what COD is, I just want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what content I create, I just want to have fun. And to spread that fun, that's actually what inspired me to start doing the podcast and to create podcast content, because everybody forgets where they came from as a creator. So I want to remind people that what their roots are.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add, Russ?
Well, I think specifically, like you said, just remembering where the roots are. I think that's a perfect way to move on to the next. When you specifically think roots, who's been someone that you've wanted to collaborate?
Well, here's the funny thing. Is everybody who I've wanted to collaborate with, I've already collaborated with. I'm not saying that like there isn't someone like Sweet Tails who would be an incredible collaboration from a content perspective, or Crusader, or like people who are kind of in like the upper echelon of the content world. But like I've played games with Steffi Evans. I've played games with The Only Shady. I've played games with Bad Bear Gamer. I've chopped it up in Discord calls with like Cpreds and like other like big name Call of Duty creators. Honestly, if I had to say somebody like right now, it would be somebody who is just truly enjoying Warzone content as a whole. And I probably have to go with either Aaron the Loco or Facebook Cracked. And I've played with all these different people, and I just want to play with people who genuinely have fun. Another person to add to that list would probably be Dr. Chubbs, because Dr. Chubbs always does his own thing. And he's always makes this incredible content, whether it's storytelling content, it just draws people in. And it just would be cool to be in one of those styles of videos just to collaborate with him, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
I think it's cool when you've listed different creators too. They have different styles and they record content differently. And that's just something, especially with Call of Duty, people forget how many different types of content you can make on these games. Back in the day when we were playing, I'm thinking like Black Ops 2, those days, you had cut commentaries where people were telling, just
Mm-hmm.
how their day was, cutting it up and posting it on YouTube. You had funny moments of people playing games together and just showing funny moments. And there was just a bunch of different ways to make content and tell stories. And nowadays with gaming, I feel like we don't see as many different styles as we did back in the day.
100% agree. And like, I also think that it's evolved to an entirely different thing. Like, after talking with Bad Bear and having him on the podcast, one of the things that he told me was the 3 E's of content. In order to appeal to like an audience, you need to have one of the 3 E's to like fully engage somebody with your content. And those are being empathetic, appealing to the emotions, being energetic, appealing to the laughter and like the goofiness, and well, I'm already kind of brain farting on the third one, but I'll probably remember it in like 25 minutes. But like there's empathetic, there's energetic, and then there's enthusiastic. I
Mm.
believe is the third one. Like you gotta appeal to one of these 3 styles to be able to allow somebody to like want to come in. You
Mhm.
gotta like put out content that really resonates directly with you and like whatever that style is. And that's why full circle talking about being introspective as a content creator, you have to look back at yourself with every video that you post and be like, yo, is this for me? And
Mhm.
then look at what happened and look at what went right and look at what went wrong.
Yeah. That's a big part of content creation. You want to be relatable to the viewer, and in order to be relatable, you got to be yourself and hope you find your right crowd.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much all content creation is. It's being yourself, and the crowd and the right audience will come. They're gonna relate to your content. They're gonna be like, this guy's just like me, and that's how you start to grow your audience and your community that way. I think a good example of that with like Call of Duty content is there's a YouTuber. I wish I could remember his name. He does like financial
Mm-hmm.
advice. He talks about stocks and like growing your wealth, and he does it over YouTube. Does it over like Call of Duty gameplay. So he's kind of like appealing to people who grew up in our era watching all these Call of Duty content creators cut commentaries while also giving financial advice. So it's for a very niche audience, but it works out well for him.
It's really awesome to see some of those people grow too. And I found fascination in like the storytelling style of content when it comes to Call of Duty. Like you're in an end game and like the circle's closing. You have to make a decision and you have to make it quickly. Are you going to go underneath and you're going to expose yourself to the team that's going lower? Or are you going to do a gas play and wrap around up top and take out the team sitting up top? Like walking through your mentality of like what you can do to win the game and like the options that you have on the table. And that's one of the things I've said Cpred's name once. I'll say it again. Um, that Cpreds does extremely well. His storytelling content, he knows how to draw people in. That's what the only shady does extremely well. He just draws people in with all of his content, and it's with something that's so oversaturated like Call of Duty, where it is so difficult to be a Call of Duty creator because there's so many different creators out there. Like you have to define your own niche inside of a niche, and I think that's one of the hardest things that you can do as a creator.
Yeah, it's finding your lane. Do you have anything to add, Russ?
Yes, I do. I mean, if you had the chance to tell a creator anything about kind of like when you said when you were experiencing burnout and we're about to leave this scene, what would you tell them?
If you're experiencing burnout, it's okay to step back. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to not post that video right away. It's okay to step back, do other things like venture out because like if you do the same thing over and over every single day, it's going to be so repetitive and you're going to get so upset. You're going to feel like you're not actually doing anything. It's okay to stop. It's okay to go be done with Call of Duty for a while and then hop over to Fortnite despite what everybody says about Fortnite. It's okay to go play Rocket League or go play Minecraft or go play different games and just enjoy things. Like allow yourself the ability to respect yourself and you'll be able to figure out when those limits are over time. Like it's okay to take breaks. Never forget that.
I don't think you could have really said it any better, especially with burnout. We're all humans at the end of the day, especially as creators. Everyone moves at different paces. You don't have to compare yourself to others. Everyone has their own flow. Everyone has their own path. Sometimes when you take a break, sometimes that's when the best ideas come,
Yeah.
realistically.
Huge.
How do you deal with
Definitely a
burnout?
huge point there.
How do you deal with burnout
Oh,
personally?
Oh, I go touch grass. I go touch grass. I'll go to a sporting event. I'll go like go get a meal by myself. I'll just stop content altogether. Like what's really interesting is I actually I don't want to say recently have been dealing with burnout because it wasn't burnout, but I've had so many other things going on in my personal life that I had to focus on my personal life for a bit. And because I have a full-time job in technology, because I have a full-time job as a content creator, and because I also have a secondary job doing something else, like there's a lot of things that I do on a day-to-day basis, and everything is very repetitive if I allow it to be repetitive.
Mhm.
It's fun to shake things up. It's fun to educate others. It's fun to put yourself in different positions and unique scenarios and allow yourself to like do new things. Like I love going to the coffee shop and just sitting in the coffee shop, people watching, and then drinking a nice warm cappuccino. You know, that shit's fun to me. And like I don't give myself enough time in a day to be able to enjoy that. I love traveling. I love going to like Hawaii or like just any type of beach. I love to take that time to allow myself to do certain things. And I deal with burnout by doing something different. And then eventually I start slowly getting back into it and I realize that you know what? This break is going to allow me to fill my content brain to even more heights. It's going to allow me to bring something else to the table because I'm going to see something, I'm going to learn something, I'm going to watch something, and it could potentially be something in the world of my content.
Okay, very cool.
There's not a. Honestly, I don't think. Oh, look at the little kitty cat. Y'all see the little kitty cat? That's what the distraction.
Is she back there?
That's why there was a moment of silence, y'all.
Yeah,
we just had to. You showed some appreciation for the little baby right there.
Yeah, for sure. So when you said you deal with burnout by you like traveling, you like going to sports events, you like just sitting down, drinking a cup of coffee at a coffee shop, and appreciating the little things. What's your favorite sports team? Where do you go to see? Who do you go see?
Let's go Cavs. Let's go Cavs. I know that we're getting our asses kicked right now, and we're probably going to get beaten 6 games against the Raptors, but I still love my Cavs. I've always been a huge Cavs fan ever since I was a kid. I've always been a huge Guardians fan when it comes to baseball. I've always been a huge Browns fan when it comes to football, minus the Deshaun Watson era. Like I can't get behind the Deshaun Watson era until he's off my team, but we're gonna save that conversation for another day. But massive Cleveland sports fan. I just enjoy good basketball, and I enjoy good sports. I enjoy having like being able to go there and watching people actually like do well. It's just cool to see.
It is.
Like they put their whole life in that motion.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. I live in Orlando, so I was actually at Game 3 a few days ago in Orlando, which is fun.
Nice.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Oh, Darius Garland, and that's really funny. We're gonna say current for right now. I'm gonna say Darius Garland, and the reason why I say Darius Garland is he's a completely different style of basketball player. I know the Cavs moved on from him. They were stupid to move on for him. That's my personal opinion. You can grill me in the comments later. But Darius Garland is a heck of a basketball player. He's a point guard that just knows what he's doing with the basketball. He knows how to rotate and spin a defense around. He knows how to create pockets. He knows how to find the ball, and he knows how to just create those flashy plays and just knock down shots. And the Cavs traded him. They were stupid to trade him. But no offense to James Harden. James Harden is an amazing player. But if we're going of all time, honestly, I'd have to go Timmy Duncan.
Favorite person to watch, high key. It doesn't have to be who you think is, GOAT.
Well, this is Tim Duncan. When I was watching Tim Duncan in his prime.
That's fair.
It's a good answer. Yeah. Who's yours, Russ?
Oh, Kobe by far.
Oh yeah, Kobe is a monster. I love Kobe.
I don't think there's an argument when you actually want to look at what a complete basketball player is, the killer mentality, scoring, defense. I mean, he's everything you could actually want in a franchise player. If there was a clone, if you could clone Kobe and it wasn't someone named Kobe Bryant, they would probably be the best person in the league right now, realistically. I don't think we've seen anyone like Kobe Bryant. I know people try to say DeMar DeRozan is the closest thing to Kobe Bryant that we've seen, but I don't think
I
that's a
would
fair.
say Kyrie's closer to Kobe than anyone else in the league, or was. I mean, but like at the same point, like you're right, Kobe's a whole different level, man. He's incredible.
Yeah, no comparison across any levels. I mean, you could compare him to Jordan with the killer mentality, but I still think
Oh, 100%.
realistically, when you look at what it brings to a team and what you look at what basketball has evolved into now, like realistically, you can still play Kobe today if he was in his prime. I don't think I think we see more Jordans in the league right now, like Jordan archetype players, than we see Kobe archetype players.
Like Donovan Mitchell being one of those Jordan archetype players. Like I love Donovan Mitchell to death. Like he's a phenomenal
Great
basketball
player,
player, but
great player, but
Zep,
there's definitely an argument there. He's still not his own player yet.
he's even. I mean, like I love Don to death, but he's even taking Dwayne Wade's move, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's the spider where he goes over the shoulder and then lays it up." That's D Wade, bro. That's D Wade. But I still love all the love in the world to Spider. He's one of the best 3-point shots currently in the league. Dude's a monster. He'll hit anything.
Oh, 100%. I think when you actually do look at him, like I think he's underrated when we look at the
He's
point guard
100% underrated.
of the league. Because I mean, he is. I'd say he's the top 10 guard in the league when when he is healthy, when is able to perform. But I still would. I still think Kobe. Like I said, I don't think we've seen anything close to it. We see so many
Agreed.
people try to emulate it, but there's no one actually doing it. I do like what you said with Kyrie too. I do think Kyrie is probably the closest killer we have seen since then. In terms of just wanting to go at you and prove, oh, I'm a better scorer than you. I can, the grit and grind, determination. But I mean, I think we see it with Ja too. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't think you can compare Ja to Kobe. They're just
He's nowhere
completely different
close.
stuff.
He's a completely different echelon. Kobe is on that next like high tier. The reason why I like Tim Duncan as one of my favorite basketball players of all time, is because I'm a huge fan of how he handled himself in the post. The dude is a monster and can hit shots off the bank. He can play defense, like he can rebound. He's like no one can stop him. When he's on, he's unbeatable. And like all the respect in the world to Kobe, but I'm a huge, always have been a big Tim Duncan fan.
There you go.
I mean, I definitely think with I know you were able to see Tim Duncan in his prime. I wasn't able to. I was able to see the later years of Kobe though, and what I saw was special. I saw Tim Duncan.
I saw some of the beginning years of Kobe, and dude, Kobe was a monster ever since he from the rip. Like one of the dumbest trades Charlotte's ever made.
Oh, by far, still
far.
on this day. Even looking at basketball, I mean, you could probably say Curry is probably in that combo too, but still defensively, he doesn't hold up with the all-time greats, and I think that's what we see now in the league today. Yes, we are definitely seeing all-time great offensive players. We're not seeing two-way players anymore. Like,
I will say this. LeBron is the GOAT. I've seen Michael Jordan. I've watched Michael Jordan play. As much as and I'm from Cleveland, and this is not the homerism talking. This is like the legitimate, actual conversation. LeBron James was on a completely different level in his career. Even when he went to Miami, it was just another level. When he came back to Cleveland, it was just another level. When he went to LA, it was just another level. LeBron wasn't just great in the greatest of all time because he was just consistent. No, LeBron was great because he elevated the game to the next superstars that came through. He made some of the people that people should have been talking about forever seem redundant. Like, how many people remember Ray Allen? Like, come on, man. Like, you have LeBron drowning out players like Ray Allen and drowning out players like Dwayne Wade in the middle of their prime who are absolute bona fide Hall of Famers. And you sit around and, LeBron is just this different. Like, if we talk about greatest of all time, I love Jordan to death. And Jordan is an absolute monster, I have to say, because of the way he can rebound, because of the way he can shoot, because of the way he can pass, because of the way he can play the entirety of the game, even at age 41. The dude is a monster.
I don't think we'll see anything like it again for years upon
We
years.
never will. Well, we are seeing Wemby, and oh my god, it's the beginning of Wemby, and oh my god, are we in for a treat over the next couple years?
Definitely agree with that. Wemby, the question is going to come down to longevity. If he can stay in the league, even 15 years, yeah, he has an argument there.
Yeah, longevity
One
is
of the best
definitely
defenders we've ever seen. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you, but I agree.
Yeah, no worries. I think we're going to transition away from the basketball talk and move a little bit more into the gaming side. I did like the discussion though, and we do have some good clips out of that too. I think Tim Duncan was a great answer. I don't agree with you on LeBron. I'll save that for another day. I was biting my tongue there, but we'll move on. All right. So I know. Sorry, continue.
I was saying everyone's entitled to their opinion.
I know Rez asked you earlier, how to deal with burnout, things like that for creators. For any creators who are starting out, they're newer, and they want to get more into the content creation game, do you have any advice for them?
Funny enough, I just dropped a video on this yesterday. In my whole thing is going to remain the same. Essentially, I have a podcast that's dedicated to inspiring creators, and we talk about their journeys. And the biggest thing that I learned from all of that is that a lot of content creators overthink it. They wait for that perfect setup. They wait for that perfect moment. But here's the reality. That perfect setup, that perfect moment, it's never going to happen. It will never happen. So the ones who make it in the world of content, they just start. They stay consistent. And they are enthusiastically, authentically themselves. And that is a massive part to understand, is being yourself and enjoying yourself, and also being introspective, learning from every single video, learning from every single stream, learning from the right analytics, and level up every single time, just like you do in any other video game. And what everybody forgets is content creation is a journey. So enjoy that journey, not just the destination.
That's a big motivator there. You definitely just have to enjoy the journey. I like that you said too, there's no real perfect timing. Everyone thinks, oh, if I wait for this, I need to do X, Y, Z. You can never find a perfect justification for any piece of content. You just got to record it and get it out there. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. And in terms of you mentioning too how you've been dealing with a bunch of aspiring creators on your podcast, and that's the whole purpose of your podcast. How do you see your content going in the next year? Is there any specific directions you want to take your content? Is it still going to be the podcast route? Tell us about your plans.
My content is going to grow as I grow as a person, and that's just something that I can't necessarily predict and kind of say. As I continue to work out my mind and my body, as I continue to grow as a human being, as is my content, as I continue to learn new things and understand new items, as I continue to utilize the new tools that are at play, and immerse myself in the world of content, my content is going to grow like that. And my direction is to allow myself an open road. I never want to limit myself. The podcast is going to be the podcast. It's going to be around, and we're going to have creators come on, and we're going to inspire all of you guys who just want to start, because it's important to have a whole new generation of content creators in the world of content. It's important to allow yourself to learn from your ability, learn the audio engineering aspects, the video editing aspects. My goal is to create things quicker, to allow myself the ability to create things quicker, but not just quantity. It's all about the quality.
Yeah, that's I feel like is a big battle that creators are having nowadays with all these new tools that are coming out and softwares. It's one of these things where you want to find the best workflow moving forward that's going to allow you to be efficient with your time, but also not sacrifice your quality.
Huge thing. Everybody is going to talk about AI tools like Eclipse GG, Frosty tools, and Streamladder and stuff like that. And they're phenomenal tools. They have a huge thing going. But in order to get the most out of those types of tools, you have to be able to stream at a high caliber quality of content. You want to be outputting in 4K to be able to get 4K videos back from those styles of content. Otherwise, it's really not worth your time. It's going to look really blurry. It's going to look bad. And The most important thing of content is having a good quality microphone, because if it sounds good and the audio quality is leveled, then everything is going to fall into place from a visual perspective. The second thing that a viewer is going to look at is the video. But above all of that, you have to gain the attention of the viewer at any point that you're having, and that's going to be the hook. You have to learn how to create the best hooks. You have to get them engaged in your content. You have to ask them to engage, otherwise they won't. Tell them to like the video and comment. Tell them to subscribe, or else they won't. I mean, as weird as it is, people like to be told what to do. So allow yourself that ability to let them grow as viewers, and also allow yourself to grow as that creator.
Yeah, and especially as competition is going to only increase, all these tools are going to make it easier and easier for people to make content, and that just means that you have to really hone in on your craft and make sure that, like you said, you have good hooks and you have your audience engaged and you have good audience retention charts. Like all of these things are going to matter even more, and as more and more AI tools come out that make it create content.
And ChatGPT will help. Like there's tools out there that will help. Like they might be able to give you like SEO metrics or SEO hashtags or YouTube tags that might push your video another little step further. But what platforms really want ultimately, and this was a conversation that I had with Pink when I had her on my podcast, platforms want you to use the platform's editing tools. So make your video, go to the platform, use their editing tools on that platform, and it'll boost your video. If Facebook sees, if Meta sees you using Meta things, they're going to be like, oh my God, they're using Meta things. You force feed it to the algorithm. If YouTube sees you doing YouTube things, they're going to force feed you to the YouTube algorithm. Like, I know it sucks having to do like that dual stream and let them cut your face cam off, like from the dual YouTube stream, but use it. Let it push you to shorts. You're going to get more of an audience. TikTok used to be that big thing, but things have evolved. Now there's Snapchat Spotlight. Like there's things that you guys got to start like looking at, and there's like platforms that are out there like Own and Club that maybe that you guys should join and start doing. Don't put yourself in a box. Keep everything open.
Yeah, great advice. You need to, in this day and age, it's all about distribution, and every single platform has distribution. You want to make sure you're able to take advantage of all these platforms when they're hot and when distribution is easy.
Absolutely. I'm a huge advocate of multi-streaming, if you didn't know.
Oh yeah, I could tell. You said you went to the Meld after party in DreamHack Dallas a few years ago. So you've probably been on the multi-streaming wave for a while now.
I started multi-streaming before we were allowed to multi-stream, if that makes sense. Before Meld even came out with their product, I was already multi-streaming to Twitch and Kick and YouTube. I was just finding ways to do it. I was using an unnamed brand software, and then I switched over to Adium, and I really like Adium, and I integrated Adium into OBS, realized that my limitations were the internet provider that I had. And then Meld came out with their things, and it just helped change the game even further. So,
there you go.
Meld and what they do.
OG multi-streamer.
You'd be on it.
Yeah, I did it before we were allowed to. We could have potentially gotten banned.
Yeah, so I had a really good interview. Thank you so much for joining us for the Daily Gamer Show. We want to end the segment with a this or that questionnaire segment sort of thing. So I guess we'll transition into that. Is there anything else you want to close out before we transition to that for the Daily Gamer Show? Anything you want to close out? Any closing remarks?
The biggest thing that I want everybody to know is it's somebody who is going into content and somebody who wants to be a creator is remember to have fun. Remember to be yourself and enjoy the journey, not just the destination. That's my biggest thing. I will harp that every day.
Enjoy the journey. Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, right?
Put it on a t-shirt. All right. So let's transition into this or that. I want to start with some gaming questions. We'll keep it simple. So here we go. Single player or multiplayer?
Right. Multiplayer. I like to interact with people.
Okay. PC or console?
PC, 100%.
Okay. If you had to choose a console, which one?
PS5. I like Sony's. I like Sony's style right now.
Okay. Competitive or casual?
Casual.
FPS or battle royale? I mean, they're kind of could be both, but
honestly, we'll go BR. I like playing BR. I love Warzone and I love Rebirth.
Okay, this is a perfect question for you then. When you're playing battle royales, are you prefer solo or with squads?
Depends on the day. I enjoy both. I love playing solo because I love to be able to clip farm like 1v4s, but I also love playing in squads because I love to talk to people.
When you play with squads, do you
Fun
collab
fact.
with? Sorry, when you play with squads, do you collab with streamers? Or do you do like random fill?
Um, Depends on the day. Sometimes I'll collab and sometimes I'll random fill, but a lot of the times I like to random fill and meet new people.
Probably get good content that way too.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Call of Duty or Halo?
Call of Duty,
CS:GO or Valorant?
CS:GO.
Okay. COD Zombies or multiplayer?
People are gonna hate me for this one. Multiplayer.
Hmm. Okay. What's your favorite multiplayer map? Call of Duty map of all time?
Oh, to be completely honest, I mean I want to say Shoot House, but I don't want to say Shoot House because I know there's better ones. Ugh.
Hmm.
Maybe OG Slums.
Okay, I like that.
Not
What's
the
your
new Slums. The new Slums is terrible.
No, definitely not. What's your favorite COD Zombies map of all time?
Oh, I gotta go to the BO1 map. I don't even know the name of it, but the OG first Black Ops 1
The CIA?
Zombies map. That one was, yeah.
Okay, I think it's called 5 there, Res. But
I have
yeah.
no clue.
The original or the BO1 one?
The BL1.
BO1 one.
Comes
BO1
to-
one is 5.
Okay, there you go.
when it comes to like Call of Duty like tips or like trivia, I'm gonna fail every round. I just
Blister DSR.
I'm sorry,
Blister DSR.
Ballista.
There you go. It's a good choice. It's a cultured pick.
There.
Black Ops
Mhm.
1. Sorry, ooh. You go, you go.
Ripper or Peacekeeper?
You said Ripper.
Yeah, Ripper from Ghost.
Yeah, it's got to be the Ripper.
This guy knows ball.
It's gotta be the Ripper.
Okay. A few more questions. Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2?
One.
MW2 or MW3?
Old school MW2.
Okay. Intel or AMD?
AMD.
Mm.
And I can go on a whole tirade about that one. But I love AMD products.
Tell me why. Why are you an AMD guy?
So Intel has its perks, but Ryzen is one of the first processors that allowed strategic multi-core layouts and in their processors. And now they're in a position where they just have upward performance of anything Intel can create. Their new AI Ryzen 3D9 that's out right now is one of the best processors I've ever seen. Now, the Intel i9 Ultra is a phenomenal, like, top of the line processor. But AMD's processor right now can allow for more cores, can allow for more thread manipulation, can allow for more processes to be ran smoothly than Intel's processes.
Okay. Controller or keyboard and mouse?
Controller, but asterisk, no aim assist.
No aim assist. Okay.
I've been playing controller with no aim assist for the longest time. I refuse to ever have aim assist on my controller, and I have only ever done controller, and I turn off the aim assist because it messes with my snipes.
Okay. Last one for the gaming section of this or that. Open world or campaign games?
Open world. I like open world games. I
I'm the
love
same
New
way.
World.
Yeah. And I have a few more questions that are more content related for this or that.
Sure.
Do you prefer streaming or recording?
Recording.
In terms of publishing,
I know, shocker. I love streaming too.
in terms of publishing content, do you prefer Instagram or TikTok?
It's difficult. I would honestly say, as of right now, Instagram. If you caught me 2 years ago, TikTok,
YouTube or Twitch?
YouTube.
Short form or long form?
I'm a huge short form advocate. That's not downgrading the importance of long form, but short form.
Okay. Last one. Solo streams or collab streams?
Collab streams. I love talking with people and meeting new people.
Nice. Do you have any
But
more,
I also
Russ?
love solo streams too.
Do you have any more questions, Russ? Any ideas? All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us, Percussive. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you stuck around this far, I think we're 40 minutes in. I appreciate all of you. Make sure to like and subscribe. Remember what Percussive said. You got to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. So please like and subscribe if you're watching this far. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to check out Percussive and all of our social medias. Link will be down in the description below, and it also is on the screen right around now. So thank you again, Percussive, for joining us. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Do you want to close it out, Rez? Do you have anything else you want to say?
Like and subscribe to this down below, y'all.
Like and subscribe.
Right now.
All right. I hope
If
you
you
all have
don't,
a
you'll hear
wonderful
me
night.
sing, and it's really bad.
Ooh. We might have to take you up on that though. I don't know. Serenade the audience. Who knows? All right. Everyone,
I
have a great night.
know that you haven't hit that like button yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Have a great night, everyone. See ya.